Okay. Hello, lovely, lovely people. How are we all this evening? You are here. Oh, let's turn the volume down on the iPad. You are here with the Redshaws. Actually here with, so I'm Alicia Redshaw and I own Scrapbook Fantasies in Gladstone, Queensland, and my scribe, just over there, is Quentin.
Hello.
My lovely husband Quentin, or some of you call him Q. And my name is Alicia, yes, and it's spelled Alicia, and the the translator is going to actually spell it with an E. Oh no, it spelt it right.
It's because you sounded it out.
Oh no, it said it right earlier. It spelt it right before I spelled it out, and it's Quentin with an E and an I, Quentin. Earlier today, it had his with an I and mine with an E at the front. Oh, look, it's got it right.
At least it doesn't think I'm a female. Like some
Maybe it's when you say it gets it wrong. It was when you said it earlier today. So there we go. I said who I am. I'm Alicia Redshaw, and I own Scrapbook Fantasies. And why is this doing this? Hello, Robin.
I'm going to check to see.
Dang's predictive speech on the phones and iPads. Hey, Robin. Hello, Marge and Debbie. Hello, Leela. And Leslie, Di, and Michelle. How are we all tonight? So we're using Swan Princess. So Swan Princess is our most recent collection. And we don't do a real shebango release for our collections because we're just doing so much all the time. It's a very frenetic pace. Oh, I can remember to bring the car inside the gates. I've left the car outside on the driveway, and because I was fussy cutting and Quentin was doing a verbal assignment role plays this afternoon for the course he's doing. So I walked home from piano instead of me going and picking him up, but I left the car outside the gate so that I could go get him.
He doesn't have to walk far. It's only like
it's 1.2 kilometres.
Yes.
Same side of the same street. It's to Quentin's mum's up the road. Hello, Dee. Quentin and everyone. Yes, Amelia's here. Noah is skulking it somewhere. He's meant to be washing up. Hello, Astrid. Haven't seen you in a long time. Hello, Shaz.
I'll be back in a second.
No, I love the paper. Cocoa Vanilla will get up because we did an unboxing today of Cocoa Vanilla. I forgot to do it. Well, I didn't forget. I just didn't get there. We're doing lots and lots of other things. We're trying to get retreat kits out with a very short, in a very short time frame, like 2 weeks or less. We're trying to manufacture everything for retreat and get it all out. Like we're trying to bring forward what we normally for an in-store retreat wouldn't. Yeah, it's a lot more time than what we've got. We're definitely under the pump. We didn't get retreat kits out today. We've had 2 updates on software this week on cutting machines, so we'll get there. So this is Swan Princess, and it's kind of like, it's not one of our mini collections, it's in our mini embellishment collections. It's a mini paper collection. So this is paper 1. So it's only got 3 papers, not 6. So it's paper 1, and it's got a real hand-drawn, like you'll see that this sort of mandala doily thing is layers and layers of hand-drawn bits of embellishment. And then same with the leaves on the leaf print. And this is paper 2. It's got the first of the fussy cuts. So you'll see, like when we do a mini one paper collection, it's only got 3 papers, but you'll see like you can actually cut these sheets, this paper number 2, in half. The fussy cuts, and they're 2 different kinds of fussy cuts, but then you've got access to this barcode. So this barcode area is still a usable strip, and you get lots. And I actually do specifically, and I've kept this to show you, I do specifically give you decent sized gaps that you can come along with, like cutting dies and die cut letters or punch flowers and hearts and different things out of it. Like you could die cut some flowers or a decent swirl out of that. So that's paper 2. And this is paper 3. So it's got the floral fuzzy cuts on it. And then it's got this pretty print and then 2 prints on here.
So we got D.
So definitely like the mini ones do actually call upon previous collections, because let's just have a look here. So let's take a look at, so this is from Flower Power. So you can see that Flower Power actually specifically goes with that one, maybe not, but these two definitely. Flower Power specifically goes with Swan Princess. And Swan Princess is the first, so these swans are the first commercially licensed images we purchased in September. This was meant to be our first paper collection. September 2019, was it?
Yeah, something like that.
September 2019. So that's how long ago it was that this was going to be our first paper collection in 2024. Yeah. And it's now 2022, and it's like our 13th or 14th paper collection. I don't know. I've lost count.
We've got Dee and Deborah watching on YouTube.
Hello, Marie. Hello, Diane. It's not in yet, Di. So, yeah, I don't know. It's going to take me time to get it all in. The Christmas stuff's not in at all. Hello, Deborah. Sorry. Oh, Quentin said, yeah. Well, I haven't got it in. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Hello, Sandy. How are you? And who's on YouTube? Oh, hello, Dee. Had to swap over to YouTube as my internet is rubbish. There you go. So that's an interesting thing. You can watch this on either YouTube or on Facebook. So Friday nights. Next week's actually going to be Thursday night, because Friday night will be away. So I did put the flare buttons up today. So this one here is lilac patterns, and I'm just going to see. Let's turn off this light. I'm just going to turn one of the lights off. So this one is lilac patterns, and it's this pattern and a slightly darker version of this lilac burlap. So, and then we've got, so these ones are the pale pink patterns. And this is the glitter from here. And this print, this here is this print here. And then these two were going into it, but they just didn't make the grade. But they've made the flare buttons. Then we've got the pink, the patterns on pink, and these two are on this paper. And then you've got this one as well. It's a bit more open version of this one. And then we have these two patterns. We have them on white. So I thought that they were nice on white as well. And then we've got our leaf pattern from paper 1. There we go. We've got it. And then we've got a pink version that I was toying with. So I was toying with whether to use pink or lilac on here, pink or purple. So I've made a flare button with the pink one I made, because I made them out of something else. And then I've got a timber here. This is this timber. And then we've got a spot that didn't make the cut. It was a toss-up between the spot and the leaves on here. But we needed the leaves. I think we needed the leaves for a little bit of green, the collection. And then we've got Princess, which is enough of this paper. But the center lilac of that, the very center of that, is actually the center of this. So I do actually construct stuff from its from within and around, and yeah. So we've done doubles for a few weeks, so let's do. Well, actually, let's have a look at what the boys picked. Quentin and Noel picked the stuff to go with tonight.
I don't know if I'm really...
So we've got some white linen cardstock, and then we've got Blush and Blossom. So Blush and Blossom, glitter card, and it's the Kaiser stuff that doesn't molt. It's not very giving. It's very forgiving, that, because it doesn't molt. We've got Precious, One of a Kind, Disco, The Mind Boggles. That's packaged backwards. That's got to be fixed. Some cupcakes, Banner, Celebrate. This Is Me. We've actually got another This Is Me coming with the Me is bigger and This is smaller, because I was off on a tangent and it was for a specific something and forgot about this one. Special Memories, and we've got Fight Like a Girl. Fight Like a Girl's pretty cool. I do like Fight Like a Girl. We've got some of the Asuka bling, some feathers, some bows, and some other bows. And I'm just going to repackage this because that's going to bug the bejesus out of me, isn't it? All right, here we go. So I'm thinking we might do a single, but I want to do a patchwork page. I'm just thinking we haven't done a patchwork page in ages. And I have fussy cut. Let's show you the fussy cutting I've done. So I've done a lot. I had a piece of 2 and a piece of 3. I've got a couple of bits left. You notice I don't leave the white edge, but can I say something? You can leave the white edge. I do leave a little bit of white. Let's put my white back on. I do leave a tiny bit of white around the stems because that's, you can't cut that out. I'm wearing white. I've got food on my shirt. I've got a tiny dot or a pen or something on my shirt. Wearing a white shirt. Well, linen pants again. These linen pants are a little bit dearer than the other linen pants. Let's just put it that way.
How do I watch you on YouTube? Okay, Lynette, I'll put up a link. Sorry, that's my mistake.
So...
This is a link to tonight's YouTube, and then I'll put up a link to Alicia Redshaw YouTube.
Yeah. So from now on, if we do a live video on our Facebook page, the shop one, it'll go on YouTube as well. So some people find it a bit easier. If you subscribe to our channel and follow us and like us, that makes it easier. If you look at our videos more often on YouTube, it also makes it easier for you to see stuff. I think maybe we'll do a Fight Like a Girl.
Do like a fight.
Maybe we might do that. I want to do a patchwork page. And you could make it into a double. You could just do 2 of them. Like, honestly.
Something is going wrong. I can only get half an iPad screen showing the other half extending it. I loved through the link.
Well, I've done through the link you sent because for some reason when I went to Scrapbook Fantasies, you weren't coming up as being live. Oh, okay. Yeah, and sometimes you got to refresh. I'm going to go back and say hello. Where was I up to? Hello, Sandy and Pam and Carolyn and Marlene. I don't know how much Legendary is in. I think there's only like 1 sheet of Legendary die. Yeah. Hello, Joanne. They are very pretty.
Melissa.
Hello, Mary.
Is after some
hello, Sandra.
these days as well.
Hello, Trish. Hello, Lynette. Yep, Quentin's fixing that. I love swans, yep.
What am I fixing?
You sent Lynette. You put a link up.
Yep.
I'm actually working on a patchwork page tonight. Oh, awesome, Marie.
Maybe try the YouTube link, Sandra, see if that gets you.
Yeah, maybe it does. Some people's internet likes YouTube better than Facebook and vice versa. And remembering that if you're watching on an iPad, I find it easier to watch on Safari and make sure all my apps are closed, like flick them all up and get rid of them all. and I watch YouTube. I watch Facebook videos on, like I'm watching mine right now on Safari because I find that the Facebook app is really, really hungry. That's much better. There you go. And they said it's much better.
Patchwork page.
Marlene was thinking of a patchwork page. I'm thinking I might have to. So fight like a girl. Let's put all the middles over there.
Cheryl's just joined us as well.
Missy is convinced that she has an 8.
Missy is the
Missy's a
most rotundest starving cat you've ever seen.
She's only little.
She's very round.
Yes, but she's only little.
I don't know how to use YouTube. Sandra, click on the link there and it will take you there.
Yep, you don't even have to log in. It uses your Google account. So if you have a Gmail address or a Google account, that is your YouTube account because Google owns YouTube. So I'm thinking, I know that's dangerous. I know that's very
Oh, dear little Missy. Yes, Marie, you'd love Missy. She's a lovely kitten.
She is lovely.
She dead set. Yeah. Just loves people.
So I'm thinking. Okay. Obviously some extra stuff in there. So I'm thinking I might use this as a background, but I might revert back to the white. Let's just go with that at the moment. So I'm going to make like 9 squares on my patchwork. So it's going to be 9 squares. So kind of like when I do like an inchy card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut from this blossom letter card. I'm going to cut 4 squares that are 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. Now, I'm going to say, I'm going to cut 3 of them first, and then I'm going to have a look and just make sure that I like them. And I suppose I should have done just a pink layout with the fight like a girl, but
4 3/4 by 4
3 3/4 by 3 3/4. What part of 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 do you not understand?
The 3-bit, obviously.
Deary me.
I'm all tangled up. You were saying 9. My brain is.
So I'm thinking we might revert back to them. But I'm thinking we'll do a pink and purple thing. I know you usually just do pink when you do Women's Cancers Awareness, but you know, there's pink and purple. There's light pink, dark pink. There's lots of different awareness, illness awareness ribbons now. So 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Have you put that up on the screen?
I'm about to. There, look. There it is there.
Going to cut 4 squares. I'm actually cutting. Can you get rid of that?
You said you were going to cut 4 squares.
I said I'd cut 3, and I've just stuffed one up because I'm looking at the screen where you've got that I'm cutting 4 when I need 9.
Oh, dear.
So I've cut it wrong, so we're going to close that. Can I just say something? My husband's head has not been in the game today, and he's kind of been, his mission statement has been trying to tick me off.
All right, so what are we cutting?
9 squares that are 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. You don't need to write a whole novel about it. You just need to write 9 squares at 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. No, it wasn't.
Originally, then I changed it.
So there we go. So you can't see. See, I fixed it. You can't see.
No,
So we're
you
doing
tell Amelia that she has to let him brush her hair.
Yep, you have to let him brush your hair.
He won't give it back.
No,
He has to brush your hair first.
because the way you're doing it is bad for your hair.
See what I mean? My family are just. Is it a full moon? Please tell me someone. Is it a full
9
moon?
squares, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4.
Yes.
Bang.
Yeah, you didn't put inches on it.
I'm going into the...
Yeah, and I'm finished with it now. I haven't put it on the screen yet. He's gonna get there. Oh my
Put it up
god!
on the screen. It's on the screen. 9 squares, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4.
But they're not inches.
Oh, I'm coming. God, good help's hard to find.
It's really, really hard to find. I do better when I self-scribe. We had a discussion earlier this week, Quentin, about you've got to be explicit that it's inches. Because remember, Agnes had to contact us and ask because your measurements didn't have inches.
I can't put feet
He
on.
tried to throw me under the bus over that too, Agnes. Just telling you that he did try and throw me under that bus.
9 squares, 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. Here we go. Holy smokes, what a day.
I'm going to go and I'm going to get some...
It didn't put it up. Hang on. Wrong one. Try that one, folks. There we go.
Oh, there we go. And we're about to revert to photos.
Oh, I got there in the end. What a day.
So we're going to use 4 photographs on this. Yeah, I think we do 4 photographs. I think we did a page similar to this a really long time ago. I'm going to do 3.5-inch square photos, and they're only small. And we're going to do 4 of them. So they're 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. Now, this is black card, I know. These are fake photos. I'm still smiling, everyone. I'm not going to murder him after class. Even though I feel the need to, I'm not going to. You won't be seeing me on the news in the morning or tomorrow evening. Actually, if it happens in Gladstone, it might take about a fortnight to make it to national
was
news.
cut for 2 days before it made the national news. Come on.
Yes, it might be. So there, 3 photos in there. Let's
Thank you,
write on
Marie.
this.
You're my number 1 fan.
Yes, everyone loves Quentin more than they love me. I know that. You've only come here for Quentin.
I don't think so.
Just going to sharpen my fakey photo pencil, which is actually pale green, grey green light. So these are 3.5 inch by 3.5 inch. We might actually get the scrapbook eventually.
There you go, Cheryl. So it's a full moon tonight.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's why they've all been
Oh, look, I've got to
S words today.
Yeah. I was kind of throwing a curveball this afternoon when I went in to do one thing and got told I had to do
He had an hour
to do
something else after his spoken assessment this afternoon. He had to do a role play.
and then I had another hour to do another thing on.
And you all know Quentin well enough to know that role play would not be his cup of tea. You know, my husband is a gifted musician, but he's the laziest musician on the planet. So, yeah. So there's no way anything dramatised, role plays, pretending to be someone else is going to be his cup of tea. He's just not up for that. I think he ditched school the days where he had to do drama. So,
No full moon tonight. Well, there you go.
No full moon. Okay.
Oops.
So let's get some white cardstock. And let's cut 4 squares. We're going to do some mats, so these aren't directly on our on our purple glitter. Let's do these so that they're on a bit of, like, there's a little tiny bit of white between. I think that'll look really nice. So let's do 3.5 by 3.5 inches for, we've got 4 photos.
I know.
Being a smart mouth now. See, I'm telling you, they're sent to test me today, this mob. Honestly. Give me strength.
I'm going to start building a kit now.
Yeah. Have fun with that, love. He's all reckon I'm going to tell him. So notice how I didn't cut this way this time. I turned it so I get the maximum scrap left over. It's a good idea to, you know, I'm a bit scroogey with my scraps, so we are going to have some hacker alerts soon, and I'm going to start cutting the middle out of things. So
4, 3.5 by 3.5 inch photo mats.
yeah. Let's put these on. So, what do you say for photos? How big were the photos meant to be? 3 1/4.
Yeah, what did I say? Oh no, 4 is it 4, 3.5 by 3.5?
Oh, they're meant to be 3 1/4.
3 and a 4. 3 and a 4. There we go. Oh, I can adjust that.
Yep, I can too. Sorry, I made a mistake there. Back up the phone. Can you just put up the photos are actually 3 1/4? I said 3 1/4.
Okay.
At one stage, I think. I think I said it once, and then I didn't listen to myself. See, not even I'm listening. Look at that. You sure it's not a full moon?
Well, I've got my hope.
Oh my god. Sure it's not a red moon or something. That's red shores have gone troppo. Well, I know. I worked out what I was going to do. I was thinking about doing 8s, but no, we're not doing 8s. Look at that. My scrapbook is going to get fed with some little black strips. I wonder what I'm going to use those on. The pile over here, so in that direction. The pile is just getting bigger.
Thank you, Grandma. Grandma didn't find any issues with my last post.
Oh, there you go.
It would be the only thing.
So let's just, you know, I got to remember when I edit this video to put a thing up.
3 3/4, not 3 1/4.
What?
Your photos, shouldn't they be?
3 1/4.
Yeah, yeah. What are you doing to me, Cheryl? Oh, she's talking about the photo mats. Sorry, Cheryl. Yes, she's showing her photos down to 3 1/4 by 3 1/4.
Yeah. Because these are 3 1/2 and these are 3 3/4.
Yeah.
Oh, too many quarters. And I was contemplating making these an 8, but no. An 8's bigger. No. I don't think we can do 8s tonight. Now that I've completely confused everybody.
Done a good job.
So I'm going to have to edit the video way back when I cut the photo mats and put up on it like, don't cut that size, cut this size instead. Deary me.
You'll blame the scribe.
No, it's just me. I got myself all confused. I'm working, and didn't someone say the other day they don't know how I create and talk at the same time?
Yeah.
It is a little difficult at times, obviously. I lose my train of thought quite often. If you hadn't already noticed, I do lose my train of thought. And I start a conversation and don't finish it. I end up somewhere else. Completely different. Rightio. So I'm thinking.
Between both of you, it's sort of, thanks, Cheryl.
Yeah. I don't know how, Cheryl.
Okay, Dave. Let me start with doing this.
So I'm thinking we're going to colour, we're going to fight like a girl. We're going to fill the fight and the like up in this pink pattern of paper number 3. So we'll use that, but then what we'll do is we'll come back with watercolour and we might colour the ribbon, the heart separately as well. But let's fill this first.
28th of January.
So this is just Dimensional Magic, and Dimensional Magic looks like, just sticking in the drawer over here. Dimensional Magic looks like this. So this is not Mod Podge. It's Mod Podge is a sub-brand of Plaid. This is Dimensional Magic. So when you send your husband in, tell him he's got to ask for Dimensional Magic. Would you get a lot of husbands in with notes, like little notes? And have very bacon expression on, and you go, oh, you've got a note there for me, don't you?
I'd be someone you need to send with a note.
And some ladies actually don't trust their husbands, so they ring ahead. And you know that because they come in and they might, they'll have a folded $20 or $50 note, and they'll have, in the other hand, they'll have the printout of the order. Yep. Ordered this paper pack and flares today. I like the idea of this page. Large Patchwork. Awesome, Deborah. I hope it turns out now. I hope I don't disappoint you all. Now I've just completely confused everyone in half. You've probably left. If you're watching a video of mine for the first time, please don't leave. I'm not completely chaotic. It's just very real.
Yeah.
It's not, So I'm not going to... So when I edit this later to have it on YouTube as with the pictures of the project at the front and the back of the video, which I'll do. I'll leave the live there as well if you want to watch the live, but it'll have at the start, I'll say who I am and that. And then it'll flick through some pictures and close-ups of the project, and then it'll have the video. I might not, I found that since we've changed to this streaming software we're using now, that I haven't been having to cut anything off at the front. It's much easier to find the video and start the video. They actually start a lot better. Yeah. But like that disaster with the photos, I won't actually cut that out.
There you go. See, Marie said, I'm sure you will create a masterpiece. And Carolyn said, some husbands just cramp your style and want to go home.
Yeah, Carolyn drives a long way to come shopping with us. And there's no way she's going to have a husband sitting in the car with her. One of the ladies from, where are they from the other day? Not Atherton.
It was up north. Yeah, they kept coming back. She said, go find the coffee shop.
It is Atherton. They're from Atherton.
Atherton, yeah.
They're from Atherton. I'm sure it's from Atherton. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And yes, her husband and son, they actually took a detour they were staying with relatives in Rocky, and they actually came for a detour to Gladstone for a couple of days just to come to the store. But they had to keep on going. They went and they had something to eat, and they had coffees, and then they had to go and do something else.
They had a bit of recce at Gladstone.
Yeah.
Okay, so what pattern papers have we used so far? So I'll know what we're up to.
A piece of Blossom.
Blossom card, yeah.
Yep, 2 pieces of cardstock. Snow. So
white.
this is Snow, this white cardstock. White linen.
ULT 2000001. Yep. That's
Did I put glue on the A? I didn't put glue on the A. How dodgy is that?
And what pattern papers do you?
I've got a piece of number 3.
Yep.
I hope he doesn't.
Was Ingham.
Ingham.
There you go. Chrissy D was in.
Ingham. That's where you're from. They're from. But yeah, the boys kept on having to go and find things to do. But they're very good. Let's just rough cut around this. Let's set that over there. Let's come back to our page that's now got disheveled. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have a bit of a hacker alert moment, and I'm going to cut the middle out of these. So I'm actually doing this specifically because look at all this free stuff I'm going to get over here. You could cut this neatly with the crop. But yeah, it's a bit real around here. Like, I'm sure you guys can tell. Some of you can tell when I'm not enjoying my family's company. My son is our son, our oldest son, and some people think he's just must belong to one of us because not everyone's silly enough to spread their kids out as far as we have. They are spread. They are 24, 21, 15 and a half, and nearly 7 and a half. Our oldest son was just heading off before to his 3rd trip to Bunnings, all in the name of trying to hook up his new washing machine.
So the washing machine standard size is 600 by 600.
But they have not left that. They've only left 580
Well, it starts off at 605
at the top, and
then
it's
works its
580
way
down.
to 580, then goes back out to 590. So
Yeah.
unless his washing machine goes on a diet.
So you can't fit a washing machine in the spot unless it's a weenie one.
I've got a phone call this afternoon. Dad, how do you drill out a pot rivet?
Dad, how do you do this? So he's actually going to. He's got a couple of friends that are plumbers, so they're going to remove.
You're gonna need
He's going to remove. They're going to come over and remove some side panels. I hope they do this before they start partying on the balcony and head down to the pool and, you know, all the things that early 20s boys do when they hang out and party together. I hope they're quite careful. So
flatmate's got a box full of cooking books.
Is good. Milton loves cooking, but Milton just loves cooking. He's found a new farmer's market. He's telling me we're going to the farmer's market when we visit. So yes, the plumber, his friends that are plumbers are coming to help him take off a decorative panel on the laundry tub, and then because we don't need that decorative panel until we move out, Mum. I'm like, we'll take some pictures of how it was and actually print the pictures and then stick the pictures to the panels when you put them away in the wardrobe. Because I don't want to hear later on, oh, Mum, when I got rid of that last phone, I lost the pictures on how the laundry tub goes back together.
We all know what's coming.
Because I know his father.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, let's work out. So we're going to put this sort of here. We'll kind of cover 2-way photos just a tiny bit. Let's have a look. Do we want like a princess swan? The ones with a crown. I did leave a bit of white around the crown. Can you see that? I do love my phone. It does focus. It doesn't need to. Or do we want the swans or just the swans with flowers? I think those ones. And I've got a swan. Oh, it's a princess swan.
That is Nara and Amelia discussing what's on offer for dessert.
Yep.
Sorry, earlier Tanya said you never disappoint us. If people leave, it's their loss.
Thank you, Tanya. I love you.
Well, I said, no, it's all good. And then Chrissy was telling us they were from England. So.
I don't want to do that. It looks like.
That's bad. That's bad.
I've got other bits here. And put like a pattern there that doesn't want to be covered. Make sense? I do have one that I've nearly cut out here. Okay. So let's have a look at our patterns. So I've got a piece of paper number 2 as well.
Marie was saying that she loved how swans carry the babies on their back.
That is just gorgeous, isn't it?
Never knew that. I must need to watch more David Attenborough.
Okay. So we're going to do some 3.5-inch squares, and we're going to use, so we're going to do a glitter, a pink glitter, this pink print here, the pink wood, and we're going to use this, and that's going to go, because that's just one pink. So let's pick up our page. Oh, it's stuck to something. Let's do that. So far we've got 2 2s and a 3 pattern papers. You know that?
2 2s and a 3. Right. One more over this.
So let's just straighten this up here. Let's do three and a half. One. It's going to be like that. And 2. You know what I really love about these guillotines is that, so I get really, so you know the roller cutters, I get really fussy and pedantic that I cut on the side I want to see, because the roller cutters actually make a rounded edge on the top and a sharp edge underneath like a cutting die does. Whereas the guillotine, it's nice both sides. Yeah, I'm that obsessive, person, I am that obsessive person. I obsess over the silliest things sometimes. Okay. So it's a 3.5-inch square, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to sit it up here in the corner, just out a little bit, and we're just going to come out a little, like an 1/8 inch. I'm going to rough cut. Right. Sorry, Leslie. That looked like I was going to slip myself. And then we're going to cut our 3.5 by 3.5. And in doing so, there we go. We have salvaged the absolute maximum over here, because you could tuck her behind something. Do you know what I mean? Or him. So let's bring this over here. So you could do this beforehand and use less paper on this page simply by, yeah, doing that beforehand and then making sure that you then you get your fussy cut images from whatever's left. But I don't plan things that much. Anyway. Stay. Bring that page back. What do you know?
So you will because you're nearly finished.
No, never. Okay, so let's cut the middle out of these glitter pieces. So hacker alert.
Thank you to Rosalind, sorry, who sent in a lovely message to the
Oh
Creative family
yeah,
today.
I'm pretty excited to see what her and her little girl make with the goodies that they got. Very exciting.
So we had another lady and her daughter are doing. She emailed us as well. But they only just discovered your classes.
Yeah. Amelia Ann has been dying to do another class. But we have a bit of a problem. She's of the opinion that you can only scrapbook for a video. So oh, this is the dodgy one. This is my dodgy McGodgy, so let's go in a bit. So I actually have to teach her that you scrapbook because you enjoy scrapbooking, not because you have to do a video. Yeah, that's a bit of a legacy. Okay, so yeah, that's a bit of a mummy issue. So I'm going to put the join here because I'm going to put flowers here. So it's sort of going to hide that join a bit more. Now, one of the reasons why I really do cut the middle out of glitter card is because nothing sticks to it really well. You can glue to it, but it doesn't really like it. I'm not a big fan of glue just sticking paper to paper because it can look wrinkly like someone weed on your page. Oh gosh, Google's gonna hate that. Yeah, the AI goes through the words I use, what everyone uses on their videos. So,
Love you, Google.
love you, Google. Love you, Facebook. Nothing really likes to stick to it. So, by cutting the middle out, it means that we can straddle the adhesive across the join, and then it's going to stick better. Does that make sense? Hope it does. We'll see in a second. Okay, so we're going to stick some stuff. I don't always stick at this point, but we are going to. I've got two sizes of tape here. I've got 6mm and I've got 24mm. Could bust out the 36, but I'm not going to.
So we did have a restock on tape last week, so it's back in stock again.
So we actually put these tape backs. We don't put the plastic backing off these things. I don't like red backing because they're plastic. But these, even though they're coated, we put these in our garden beds and they do eventually break down. So...
Well, we have got so many pumpkins growing in that garden bed where all the paper and the chook dirt ended up. So we dug out the chook pen because somehow when you walked into the chook pen you were stepping up 2 inches.
Yeah, we dig out the chook pen on a regular basis.
So we dug out the chook pen and then put all that dirt into the garden bed with the whole heap
Just
of
going
paper.
to try and straddle that there and then put this back over.
And now we've got a pumpkin farm with 20 pumpkins.
Most of them are running outside.
I'm on the backyard. Well, they probably don't.
Oh, lucky I stuck that on the right way up. That's a directional print, that writing. I'm going to move that. Sorry about the whooping noise in the background. We live in the subtropics, so it's hot.
I think the rest of the country is getting rain besides us today.
Yeah, well, that's probably really good because most of the time it rains here and nowhere else. You know, they might say, oh, for the next month it's monsoonal, and, you know, we might get, 3 months of rain. But then when it doesn't rain here, it really doesn't rain.
Oh, no, that's not good, Carolyn.
What's that?
Carolyn made her 2 granddaughters a small scrapbook each using old papers. They ended up having a falling out and crossed out the nice things they said about each other.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, dear.
Well, you'll have to over-scrap that. Yeah. Oh, dear.
Crikey.
Kids.
Yep. Who was it that was in the other week and they were horrified that we were still having to do mum and dad helpline for our 24-year-old and
21-year-old?
Yes.
You're a parent forever.
She's like, when they move out of home, isn't it in there? Like,
no.
Wish I could tell you.
No. It's someone at the specialist on the Sunshine Coast.
That's right. Yeah.
One of the girls at the specialist. So I'm gonna stick.
Where Dad lives.
I'm gonna stick just a little, just tack, tiny bit of stick. My fakey photos to the mats. And I'm gonna stick these on. Yes, but her oldest is only 7 going into grade 2, like our youngest. But yeah, well, maybe not everyone does Parents Helpline. We don't loan the money or anything. Can't afford that. But no, we are there for them. Adulting is hard. Out in the big world.
And you have to do it every day of the week.
Yeah. And we've got a 24-year-old who's a manager. Has been for a while. It's not. I'm going to put this here, where this is going to be in the middle. I'm going to take it back. So this is on foam. So I'm going to put these photo mats on foam. And see how I've straddled across? This will be right. When I remove the fakey photo, I'll just put the photo back on top there. But this straddles across to hold this glitter to other things. You really got to be thinking about glitter doesn't like to stick when you're doing glitter. I've got tape on that. Quentin calls my scrapbooking method fluff and stick. I just fluff around with the background and then I stick it all together at the end.
It's appropriate for those smooshing and...
Yeah. Sometimes I spend a lot of time making a background.
I have seen you create on white cardstock. Lots of things that aren't white anymore. And that takes a lot of time.
Quentin, well, part of Parents Helpline is Quentin does mentor line. How to deal with others.
My second customer is just coming along now. With that, she's into the workforce.
Yes. How to up manage.
Yeah.
How to manage those. Oh, we forgot one.
How do I talk to this person, Dad?
How do I manage the person that I have to speak to? Okay. But I think we can't make that decision until we get this right. I think we might leave the middle one a little bit.
There you go. Doiguchi said the roles have reversed with us. We are the ones asking for advice, mostly technically related. There you go. Yes.
I did ring my son today, and he didn't know the answer. Something. I knew the answer myself. I just didn't like the answer. I do get rung and asked, you know, how do you do this and how do I do that? And occasionally, I used to when Milton was with his previous employer, it would be, oh, Mum, we really want this to be in this colour with this sort of mood. Can you just make this picture do that? So Mum's Photoshop skills came in handy. Design skills. Okay. So we're just going to make all these bits. We're not going to do the middle one just yet. I think we need to see how much of it's going to be seen. Some flame behind this one. This is a bit time consuming, isn't it? It's a bit cruddy. Oh, Google's going to love that. Apparently Google doesn't like my business name. Apparently, in some circumstances, it's deemed inappropriate to have the word fantasies on a website.
Well,
to be perfectly honest, I think it's more Google's problem than mine.
19 years ago, we wouldn't have had Google in any of our thoughts.
Nope. We had the internet.
Yes.
We don't get much scammy stuff for it anymore.
Not much.
We don't. We used to get lots of scammy stuff. Oh, upside down. But yeah. I did find that out today. That was my big learning for the day, is that Google still thinks it's a bad word, fantasies. Sorry, Google. It is my business name. If it was a bad word, the Australian government wouldn't have let me register it. But it's a part of Google that doesn't actually have real people working at it. It's only the artificial intelligence, and the artificial intelligence doesn't like to answer questions.
It's not. It does not answer to anyone.
No.
Oh, look at Jenga block. Two Jenga.
They did try and say that real people had looked at it, but it wasn't the shop, it was my personal blog. That's the issue was with. So let's do this one. This is the last one. But it's funny. You know, I think it's funny. I don't know what they're going to think of this video. Oh, gosh. Deary me. It's probably never going to get anywhere. So, but the best way you can help us, we're meant to go through this. The best way you can help us is to like our videos, comment on them on Facebook and on YouTube, to make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Share things, and thank you, Mary and Deborah and Di. I saw you guys were sharing our post today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone.
And now that I've
comments on that post too.
Yeah, now that I've found out that, you know, that's one of the reasons why we don't get much reach with anything. Oh, it probably is affecting the shop too, quite a lot, is because of the name. I'm not changing the name. I actually contemplated changing the shop name years and years ago when we were doing a lot of mixed media. And I felt that people were saying that having Scrapbook in the name was sort of restricting our business. Well, you know what? I do like the shop name.
So Gucci asked, how did you come up with them?
Did you do the last virtual retreat diet? So the last virtual retreat, we actually had fiber packs, like thread packs. So I used to sell like mixed media type thread packs, and they were called Fantasy Fibers. And yeah, when it came to having a name, I didn't even think about it. I just thought, oh, Scrapbook Fantasies. There we went. It just seemed automatic because, you know, every scrapbooker in regional Queensland's fantasy was to have a store near them. The biggest problem back in the day was you would order stuff online and you might order 20 things and you might get 5.
But they would substitute.
Or they would substitute, yeah.
Those gold and silver stickers.
Oh, no, that's suppliers substitute. We've had some suppliers substitute, yes. But, yes, when I used to, you know, order product, and it was like everywhere we went, I went to scrapbooking shop. We did lots of detours way off the beaten track. I drove the Gillies to go to a scrapbooking shop once. I packed my little kids, who are now 21 and 24. I packed my baby and my small child and toddler into the car or the work ute, and while Quentin was working in Cairns for the day or on a work trip, so we had a different business before this, the kids and I did the Gillies. We went up to Atherton to a scrapbook store, and then, like, I'd let the lady know I was coming, but then found out when I got there that it was her house, and what you had to do was you had to stand at the front door and tell her what you wanted, and then she would have a rummage in the boxes for it. So that's not a really good shopping trip. That was a bit of a misnomer, that one. Sorry?
Deborah said it probably affects Google searches too.
Yeah.
And Sandra said, I think the name is fantastic.
I love the name. I agree with you, Sandra. I just think, yeah. I love to scrapbook. I love mixed media. I love painting. I love, you know, art and all that. But I really love, and I've learnt not to let people get in my head. You know, when they say, oh, the name's a bit restrictive, don't you think? I've learnt not to let them get in my head. The name is what the name is, and I've owned the name for a really long time. Like a really, really long time.
Had a few different logos.
Yeah, we've had a few different logos.
A few different fonts, I should say.
Some of them have cost me quite a bit. Yes, there are shonks in our industry. That will, yeah.
The name is ideal for scrapbooking, said Deborah.
Yep, Scrapbook Fantasies. We
should tell them about our parcel we got back today.
We got a parcel back today, and oh my gosh.
I'm sure Sylvia would be fine.
Sylvia is a gem. Sylvia, thank you so much for being such a wonderful, understanding customer. So we got this parcel, this pizza box back today, and Noah goes, this is a bit heavy, but it's got no label on it. I don't know who it's come from. He goes, Mum, you're not expecting that other stock, and this is not enough for that other box we're waiting on. Because it got delivered at the same time as our Cocoa Vanilla. I'm like, no. And he goes, well, this is not what we're waiting for. Like, he's just like, was really baffled because he knows what's coming. And he's like, and we're like, oh, okay. And he goes, we better open this. This feels wrong. So I open up the box, the pizza box, and he goes, this is someone's order. And Quentin's like, oh, I've got to open it carefully. Oh, no, what's going on here? And we could see on the front that someone had ripped off the sticker. The big, 4x6, the big 4x6 Australia Post postage label we print. And they're the proper ones that Australia Post make you get. They make you buy the dearest labels on the planet, I'm telling you. So, yeah, and it turns out it's Sylvia's order. So then Quentin tracks it, and it's been delivered on the 24th. He's gone, well, no, they haven't delivered it on the 24th because I've got it in my hand here. So then he rings Sylvia. Well, he rings Sylvia's husband first. And then they started chatting about stuff.
He was quite joking.
They were chatting about all sorts of things. I don't know what they were chatting about, but
it's a 5-minute walk to his neighbour's shed where his wife often hangs out, and that's his exercise every day, walking the phone backwards and forwards.
Walking the phone backwards and forwards to the neighbour's shed. So, mind you, Quentin, by the time the phone conversation had ended with Sylvia and her husband, Quentin actually thanked her for ringing him, and I'm like, you rang her, you doofus. So how it goes is it's got to the post office, their local post office, who have contacted them. They've got a parcel, and they've gone and picked up the parcel, and it's a calendar from the Japanese embassy. So Sylvia's gone, oh, they're just being a bit funny and a bit cute because they've got a Japanese range coming out, and they've sent me this gorgeous calendar. It's not in English, it's all in Japanese. No, someone's taken the label off Sylvia's parcel at the post office and put it on, or it's got half stuck, or it's sat in the sun. It must have been out in the sun for the label to come off, because these labels are like,
I have tried to get them.
These labels are like gonna wax your legs, I reckon. They're that strong. So Google's gonna hate that. So is Facebook. Because now I'm talking about beauty treatments. They're really confused. So yeah. The Guide Australia post was a bit miffed, and Sylvia's thrown the envelope out that the calendar came in because she didn't expect a parcel to arrive from us that quick in any case. So someone is missing a Japanese calendar from the Japanese embassy. And Sylvia's got it. And I don't think she's going to give it up now. And we've got the parcel back, but we're lucky we got that stock back.
Yes.
Because it just came back to our return to sender.
They circled the
But what happened
unicorn
was
label we put on the top.
Our local post office, someone tried to dump it at our local post office near us the other day.
Courier, the Star Trek courier.
And the girls go, no, they're down the road. You can't deliver that. They're open right now, but they didn't bring it back until today. So.
And they were bemiffed at the post office because they got to scan them in, so they know it would have left as one of our boxes. And how did the label get taken off?
Yeah. So they
It's a well-travelled box.
Yeah. It's in the bin now because it's had a bit too much travel.
Yeah, it had a bit of treatment.
Yeah. Usually we get a couple of goes out of the boxes, but no, this one's not. Okay.
So Di said it wouldn't, if you change the name, it wouldn't be the same.
No. I just think it'll lose some of its heart and soul.
And we used to have Fantasia here in Sydney, says Di.
Yeah. Fantasia used to be down there. Well, Fantasia was still going until a little while ago.
I'm going to go knock. We're going to have a cold shower.
Yeah. Okay. So what I've done is I've laid them out evenly, right, until I'm happy. And I'm going to try and get an even border sides and between, right? I'm thinking we might leave that. We might leave that purple. I like it. At this point in time, I do like it. So I've worked out the border I want, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my corners. So like a puzzle, like any good puzzle putter together up, you do your corners first. Has she gone to bed or is she staying up?
She's out there in the lounge.
She did get up. She slept through the other night.
Yeah, so one of us preset his wash machine and turned it on at 2 o'clock this morning.
Yes, Quentin went and turned the washing machine on at 2 o'clock this morning, so she wasn't happy about that. She's just not been sleeping well. I don't think she's going to sleep well until after she has this eye operation in March. Oh, if you missed the post in the Creative Family group talking about the eye operation, I have accidentally double booked us. So for the eye operation, we have to drive to the Sunshine Coast on the Sunday, and I want to drive down in the morning because then she can be calm. She needs to be calm and no anxiety. We need to eat well and, you know, just everything needs to be nice and calm before the operation early on Monday morning. And we've got a virtual retreat that weekend. So
it was the beautiful family virtual
the
retreat.
beautiful family
Not
virtual
the
retreat.
Tranquility.
Not Tranquility. Tranquility's coming up in a couple of weeks. So what we're going to do is move Beautiful Family a week along. But it doesn't change when bookings close. They're still going to close on the 11th of February. I was going to start the Beautiful Family group so I could let everyone know, but then I sort of assessed that situation and decided that having 2 retreat groups and 2 retreat messenger groups running at the same time was just way too much and too much confusion. I just felt that would be that's just too much on people. So I decided that we would just let you know as best we can. I haven't changed the image yet on the online store or the online booking thing, but I will. And I will send everyone a message somehow. Just knee deep in making Tranquility products at the moment. I do have like a bag of flares. If you're doing the Tranquility retreat in the group, the Facebook group, the flare buttons have gone up as well.
We've stopped making paper mache.
We've stopped making paper mache, yes. We've had 2 updates this week. They actually deleted one of the software updates for machines off the server because it was that crappy. It was that crappy that they deleted it. Oh, Facebook and Google are going to hate that too, aren't they? Jeez, I can't say the right thing, can I? Oh, yeah.
So Leslie said the name is lovely. I love the name as is.
Yeah.
And Diane Gucci said no, went to the closing down sale of Fantasia before COVID.
Oh, so we're going to put this one on phone. Yeah.
Let me have a squiggly blue.
And I'm just sticking her in the middle here so that, you know, these bits sort of, I can sort of curl this up a bit.
Oh, there's a ripper of a storm over Trish. Yeah, I can see.
Oh, look at that. Well, let's just leave that flare there for the moment because I like that. I like that. I do like. So down here, we had this one.
The 1 or 2 flares.
I don't know. I this week when I was putting videos across to YouTube, I did. Some of you may notice that I'm going to take this off because that's just falling off. I did make kits for our getaway classes because I hadn't done it yet. So this little pair, let's pull it off there. This little pair, I'm going to tuck down here flat, right? You've got lots of flowers on this paper to choose from. So these flowers are from paper number 3. And then see these.
There you go. Sandra just Googled scrapbooking stores in Australia and we came up number 11, including all the ads.
Hoo-hoo.
There you go. We don't pay for advertising, folks.
No.
Doesn't get you anywhere.
Well, and I can buy a lot of stock with that money. Sorry. We have done advertising in the past and it doesn't work.
We've learned that lesson.
So then this is for like the who, what, when, where. This little banner here. Let's put some little bits of foam on it. I use the 18mm foam because when I cut it into little strips, it's like a decent size. And it's Express-It. I'm going to say Express-It foam is just so much better. It just sticks. It's got longevity. What watched the other night? Oh, Wednesday night. Mad Max. Yeah.
Shh, don't tell me to watch Mad Max.
I love Mad Max. Mad Max is cool.
Number
The
one
original.
is-
It's pretty daggy. But you know what? It's good daggy. It's Aussie. And then we do end up talking about, I wonder how many people bought that car because of that, and how many people bought a charger because of that, and how many people bought, an interceptor. Who do we know that had an interceptor and thought it was the greatest thing on the planet?
Buddy Body Roll Central. Did we do colour cuts for this collection? Not yet.
Not yet. Flare buttons went up today. Colour cuts are nearly finished, but I'm just on tranquility mode right now. I'm so sorry. I've made so much for tranquility.
Yes, Trish knows, because Trish and I had a bit of a FaceTime the other day when she rang up.
Yeah, when we were trashing stuff.
Well,
we have a lot of wrecked things.
Trish was volunteering her services to take on all trash products.
All trash products. Let's stick the middles in our letters, which I should have done earlier. I like this. And I like that this is just, it's a pattern, but it's not got 3D things on it. It's just a calm place to settle your eyes. Okay. Tweezers. That's what I'm looking for. I think there's big ones for the A. Yep. I don't know if I'm going to cut the middle out of them. I don't think so. These are my really, really old tweezers, so they've got none of the insulators there, I've had 2 pair go missing. My grey pair and another pair of these black ones. And don't tell me you got a pair on your desk.
No, I haven't got tweezers. Not that I know of.
Although they could be. So Naomi John tells us the other day, I don't know, were we on a video when it happened? No.
Yes.
Were we? That she caught her brother packing a box, taking stuff out of the kitchen.
She was just doing her Dibba Dobba hotline.
Oh, Dibba Dobba hotline. So Mum and Dad's hotline also has Dibba Dobba hotline. He was packing a box of things from their kitchen that were things that he had stolen from our kitchen, like the herb scissors. My favourite stir-fry stirrer, which I was actually thinking that the boys here had misloaded it into the dishwasher and melted it, hence why it had gone. But no. My son has it. Our son has it. Can't discount Quentin from the occasion because just that kid is just way too much like his father. The middle out of the E. Oh, please tell me I've got it.
So I did have a question the other day that I kind of forgot to do.
Oh, here we go.
So with the Scrap Boys Scrap Along, the fairy tales one.
The bedtime story.
Bedtime tales. Yep. We have run out of pattern paper 4.
Yep.
That was used in that kit.
Yep.
As the like linen type.
Yep. Yep.
Did you have any other ideas, and what did you think about divided down on pattern paper 5 with the linen halves?
Probably could.
So we might have to have a look at that tomorrow.
Let's move this over.
To see if it matches.
So we're going to paint the ribbon and the heart.
Oh goodness, Trisha's got a big storm above, and the light show and the noise here is awesome.
I've got 2 pinks here. So these are the metallic watercolors we sell. I've got this one and this one. Let's do the darker pink. And it's just a matter of just being a little careful Don't know if we're going to use the light pink now. That someone get me in the cupboard. In the kitchen.
Can you check on your little sister, please? No?
Could you rinse that, please? Not in the kitchen.
Not in the kitchen.
I didn't use the light pink after all of that. I'm just going to put it up high up here to dry. Just don't shut the lid while they're wet because they can go a bit naff. Now, I've also got it up high so Missy doesn't drink it. I don't know how it's going to affect her, but I know she would.
What's Missy going to drink?
The watercolours.
Oh, yeah, she would.
Oh, yes, she would. So let's put this aside over here and bring our page back. I think we definitely stick that there. Yeah, so I'm just using 450, or you could use tacky glue, or you could use a glue dot, a pop-up glue dot, piece of foam.
Did you use any of your bows?
Not yet.
Okay.
Gee, willikers.
Did I do all right picking gear?
Sorry, my head was in the way then, wasn't it? Yep, it was. Sorry. Okay. How's that tight? Let's get the heat tool out just for a moment because we don't want to be here till midnight. It's already like an hour and a half in. So yes, we do appreciate it when people, well, we appreciate you whether you do it or not, but you know, leave us a Facebook review, leave us a Google review, what else? Like us, follow us, put a comment on our YouTube video. I do reply to all comments actually. We don't have many. If you're a scammer, I will delete the comment, just so you know.
I don't think any scams.
Just heads up, if you're a scammer and you leave a comment on a YouTube video, I will delete the comment. If you keep commenting and harassing me, I will report you, but I'm very careful. I do check people out before I delete the comment. I do have people in Europe that follow my classes and watch my classes, so I do check translations, make sure it's not a translation problem first. I definitely am not just, I'm just going to delete that. Very, very careful.
Dai's asking, Daiguchi's asking about Naomi's class for next week.
I think it will be on Friday night. So Naomi, John and I are going to swap. So I'm going to do Thursday night and she's going to do Friday night because we will be arriving at her place at about 7:30. We're staying with her next weekend. So the shop will be open tomorrow, but next Saturday it'll be closed. Next Friday the shop will close at 12 o'clock. Really sorry for the inconvenience that causes, but just need to. We just want to get away and see our kids. We were meant to see our kids before now. We were meant to actually see our kids 3 weekends in January, and we haven't seen them at all. So, yeah. They couldn't come and meet us for the specialist appointment on the Sunshine Coast. So, which they both tried to work out how they would get up to Maroochydore and then back for appointments and things. So don't forget that little bit in there. Well, you don't have to cut these middles out. It looked fine without cutting them out, but I do like cutting them out. I do like it to be. I missed a bit of the glue. I like it to be look finished. Remember, I'm that obsessive friend that, you know, gets hung up on the little things. I like this. I do. Not many pages I make that I don't like or love. Let's put some foam behind this. Oh, I've got the A.
Did you get the centre of your A?
Yeah, I forgot to cut it.
So Di Dixon said it is beautiful, and Marie said it is looking very beautiful. It's very elegant, the swan paper, isn't it?
I love this swan paper. It's just been something I couldn't wait to make. And this print behind here, I made it like out of 20 or 30 layers. It's just, I love making pattern papers from lots of different elements and making my own textures and then bringing them in. And taking pattern papers I've already made before, like textures I made for something else, and changing them and then bringing them in and morphing them into something. I like that. I like having my collections, you know, work together. So obviously this works really well with Springtime Tea Party, like I showed earlier with Flower Power. There's some of Dreamland that works with it. It even can go with a little bit of Tropicana.
I nearly grabbed a piece of that Dreamland bit of paper to bring home with it, and I thought, no, you don't have a piece here.
Just, yeah, I just like making them go together. And Tranquility, that we're currently kitting up for Virtual Retreat, works really well with, lo and behold, Redwood Farm. So some of the papers cross over, like they work together from the two collections. There's other collections it works with as well. I can't wait to create with it either. Okay, now I've got a bazillion pieces of foam on here. I have a bazillion pieces of foam to apply. I'm not going to do the A yet because I want to get the A nice and straight. I don't want it to grab in an unfortunate way and just, yeah, because it's actually crooked. I think we're going to leave this as a piece of flat glitter. We're going to stick it flat to the base. And then what we're going to do is wear our, so let's get it in here and line it up. And I'll line it up with the four corners here. Sorry if my head was in the way then.
Put a dress on Pandora kit.
So when we go to put this on here, let's work it out where it's going to go like this, right? So, yeah, that goes over the photo, it'll be right. These bits here will need a little bit of glue. For them to stick to that glitter card, these bits here are going to need glue. This bit we cut off something else. Okay, yeah, we'll tuck in there. I'm just making sure it's going to tuck in there. So I'm going to put that. See, normally I would stand up or put my head really close to it. Yeah.
I'm here to say goodnight to the ladies.
You're here to say goodnight to the ladies and the gents, because there will be gents watching too.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take the
I
foam off
forgot
it.
the gems.
You forgot the gents. Okay. Well, how are we going to do this? You're getting a very big. Oh, geez, it's nearly 2 years since we started doing this, isn't it?
Yeah.
You are getting big. So why don't you sit on my lap and then.
Good night, hello, bye.
And that's Pandora. So cat Pandora. I'm going to sit here and wait for Daddy to come.
Anything on my hair?
No, nothing's on your hair. I would tell you if you were stealing my stuffs with your hair. Oh, where is it?
Why is the words coming up on the screen?
Why? Because it's translating for people that are hard of hearing.
Oh.
So people that can't hear can watch a video because it translates. They can read it. You know how sometimes we watch, well, actually we watch movies with subtitles a lot, don't we? Because we watch documentaries and movies.
Oh.
In other languages.
Oh, and
What's our favourite Beauty and the Beast? It's French, isn't it?
Yep.
It's
Oh,
got subtitles.
remember, some people do sign language, and
Some people do, yeah.
they can't hear,
So when I stick my photo on, that'll be right there. It
so
says.
then they have to read.
They have to read, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
To
come on.
know what
Belle.
we're saying.
Kiss night. Love ya. Bye. So they all said sweet dreams, cute kittens, very pretty. Night, Amelia. Night, sweetie.
See, they're all wishing Dad a good night's sleep.
So I'm not going to stick the A down necessarily. I'm just going to put one little tiny. I'm going to just put a little bit there. I'm just going to stick this tiny bit of the A, but I'm not going to push it down hard. Because I just want to. Just there. Because I'm going to move that. So let's put this one on foam. Choose one of these bits we already had cut off. Sorry about that. That's just one of the local hoons. As you know. This one here. And I like having, see how this goes past the boundary and things are going between different places. I love how our paper's got enough body that you can sort of shape things and it looks nice. I think she needs a little bit on her head because otherwise her head's going to get jagged on something.
Oh, right.
I'm going to put, where's the kettle on?
I'm meeting at the front door, so.
Let's take this leaf off and stick this flat. So we've got some things that are up and some things that are down. So it's got a little bit more dimension, but it's also got interest, like some visual interest, you know. Because it's not just scrapbooking, it's an art class, isn't it? Oh, yeah. So let's put this little guy here on the side.
People saying what a beautiful page it was and all wishing me a good night.
making sure they're facing different ways.
Ish.
Nope. Maybe. I think the lilac one. What do we think? Nope. Oh, maybe. Purple? Lilac? Damask. I think that one. What do we think? That does look nice. It's a bit much.
2 flare buttons.
What do we think that one? Maybe that one. Maybe that one. What do we think this one? What's the matter?
And just the way you keep chopping it around.
I know. I know.
Yes,
You know
it's Cheryl. Oh, I'm going, yep, Cheryl.
Yes, which one?
Yep.
All of them.
Oh, just
All the above.
they all make it look nice. So 2 flare buttons. I bought roses home and everything. That's
Oh, I can still put roses on it. Getting to the end of my 450. Probably have quite a bit of stock arrive on Monday. Wasn't meant to be that way. It's meant to. I try and have it that doesn't all arrive at once. It's a lot of work. Even reorders are a lot of work.
it doesn't quite work out how we plan it often, does it?
So you bought me home these little roses, these
Yeah.
little purple
You
roses.
did purchase also all around the place for all different times to try and they all seem to.
Oh, I like these. So these are. So the code's 12242. Can you tell me, like, I think they're 1 centimeter roses.
Did you have some 450? Did you
No.
have some 450? Not at the moment. Or...
No, but we will have on Monday. No.
Oh, it's actually.
Can you get off the table? It's with that project I've got on the table. I've got a special project on the table. I'm making someone. I'll show that in Creative Minute. I might actually do a video showing it, like talking about it. But it won't go up until after people get it. We'll have some of this on Monday. Which is just like 450. I've been using it on another project. Can you I'm making.
I'm just going to get that coat off in a second.
Can anyone guess what I'm making? I did a post. I shared an old class series in the Creative Family group the other day.
Actually, and I think Helen put one of her cards up on that.
Yeah, because I shared that. That's way too much. So what are these roses? What are they called? Are they lavender or lilac?
1, 2, what?
12242.
1, 2, 2, 4, 2. They are green tara, 1 centimeter lavender roses. I'm just using one of them here.
So what I do is I then get the tail, don't cut it off, and I coil it around. No one's going to see it. It doesn't have to be perfect. But why I coil it around, it's somewhere else for the glue to sit. So the glue sits in it and becomes part of it, and then it becomes part of the mechanism that sticks it in place, and that's why I use a thick glue. I don't use Dimensional Magic on paper flowers because it just soaks in and gets a bit yucky and naff. Let's just squish this one down a bit. Be careful where you squish them down because at the end of that wire, actually, I kind of squish that one down too much. It's looking a bit second hand now. The end of that wire comes out through the top of the rose, through the centre. So, yeah, you'll stab yourself like I just did. And I sort of put them on an angle and wedge them up to things. And I kind of damaged that one a bit, so let's just squish this one down a bit. Oh, I got glueys. Just clean up some glueys here. Best not to push on things until after they're completely stuck in place. Yep.
So just the two of them?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to keep going. While you try and preempt me, I'm going to keep going. Love you too.
Can't say I'm not keen. So.
You don't want too much glue. You need enough, but you don't want that much glue that it's going to... You need to sort of push them down a bit, sort of like, and have somewhere you can wedge the little base into. Like I've wedged the base into places. I think 3 of those is enough. What else did he bring home? Naomi John's bows.
Some bows.
Naomi John makes these. She's our 21-year-old. It's not the same purple, but it is this purple here. It's this purple. How's that? They were 11999. And see, my foam under my Swan is trying to stick to glitter glue. But to glitter, not glitter glue, to glitter card. Oopsie, I left the lid off that a little long, didn't I? Sorry if I put my head in the way. I do like to put my head really close to
So
the
one.
11999. So if you want those bows, like they're a pack of 3 for $3, and they're 11999. They're Mammy John makes them. I cut them in our machines. I designed a file for them, and I was going to make them in my free time. Yeah, we all know how silly that is. And she makes them. So we've got to cut some more this week. Coming to take down to a. Actually, I don't know if I've got any stuff to cut them out of. So let's show you that. Quentin's making a kit for this right now.
Yep, so the kit's about to go live. It's $16. It's meant to be more than that. Don't ask how much more.
Do I want to know?
Sometimes you just don't know.
Sometimes it's not worth me knowing.
That's right.
You know, I don't know if he's a good business manager or not. Do you think I need to employ him as my business manager? I get a pay rise to become business manager.
On percentage.
Percentage pay rise.
Yeah.
1000%. 1000% of nothing is nothing still. There we go. What do you think? The patchworky page enough?
I already have the perfect pictures in mind of my oldest daughter learning martial arts when she was 7.
Oh, that is awesome, Michelle. That sounds fabulous. I can't wait to see it done. There you go. Fight like a girl. It doesn't have to be like breast cancer or ovarian cancer or anything like that. It's nice if it is, but it can be any fight, you know. Fight like a girl to get out of a bad situation. Stand up for yourself. Teach our girls to stand up for themselves and teach our boys.
Cam said beautiful. Dyson gorgeous. So I'm just about to put the link up. The link has no picture, obviously, because I haven't taken one yet.
There we go. Hope you like that. I like it. I think it's beautiful.
Right there.
It's very pretty. I love this paper. Love this paper. Just, it's so easy to fussy cut. It's sustainably sourced paper, sustainable inks, sustainable process, and it's a Queensland business, family-owned business that prints our paper for us.
We have Lynn over in WA, who is our paper printing company, is sending her the packing tissue.
Are they sending her
Yeah, they're going to send her a box of packing tissue because they're so impressed that they get it as packing paper between their sheets of paper.
So they get this packing paper and then they send it as a as a protecting packing, like scrunch it up and put it in our boxes so that our paper doesn't get damaged in the boxes, because they don't have many clients that have stuff our size, so our paper's a bit smaller than the box. And then we put it in orders, pack it as packing material. If your pizza
box isn't very full, I put it in there
as padding. So one of our customers, Lynn in WA, contacted us wanting to know where it was because she's using a mixed media, and then we contacted our printers and they're sending her some.
They're just so wrapped that something that was
to recycle and recycle and recycle, and they are very much. So we had a fair few meetings with them before we went ahead and phone and everything, and we were talking to them way back in like September 2019, and before then we'd been talking to them before that about doing pattern paper for us, but that's when we really got stuck into it in earnest. But they have the same philosophy about reuse, recycle, sustainable processes and everything that we do. So yeah, really love it. Lovely people to deal with. Lovely company, and they're pretty big, but they're Queensland business, which I love. So there we go. That is Swan Princess. So we'll be back on Tuesday morning in the Creative Family group, and I am going to be using on Tuesday morning week 5. What's that? That's tranquility paper. Oh, that's all tranquility paper. Week 5. Week 5 is known for the holidays. You need to bust out your Christmas photos, peeps. Oh gosh, I've got fussy cutting to do for Monday. Oh, dearie me.
You better get cutting.
Oh dear. Yeah, so known for the holidays. I don't know what I meant to fussy cut.
If you are after generous kits, we are sold out of week 1 and week 3, but we still have week 2 and week 4 available.
So we still have Flower Power from week 4, which was this week, and I forgot to bring the pages home, and we still have the Tropicana one from week 2. So yeah, so take care, stay safe, and we will see you all on Tuesday morning, Creative Family Group. If you go to our Facebook page or our Creative Family or our YouTube channel, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos combined. They'll be pushing close to 600 videos combined between the 3 places now. Scrapbooking, card making, mixed media, and yeah.
Dee said she's already done her fussy cutting for week 5.
Oh, Dee, can you do mine for me? I've got to do mine.
Dee's watching on YouTube because her internet tonight is great.
Yep. But I don't blame you. So now with Friday night, Kathy watches on YouTube because it's easier for her too. Now with Friday nights, you've got that option to watch on YouTube and or Facebook, and it just gives you a really good chance to pick and choose whichever one plays best on your device or with your home internet. So, yeah, can make Tuesday, but we'll watch some other time. Can't make. Okay, well, we'll see you then, Diane. Thank you, Marge, and thank you everyone for your lovely comments, and thank you for sticking with us. Even though we're not a Google-friendly business name. I was just a bit gobsmacked today. I kind of knew it, but I just, yeah. When someone actually tells you flat out, it wasn't actually them that told me. It was someone else. I asked in the community, on a business community, and someone said, "It's your business name." And I went, Poop. So thank you for coming along. Take care, stay safe, and there's my husband's name up. And we will see you on Tuesday morning. So see you later. Love yous all. Bye. Oh, look, there's Marlene. Thank you, Marlene.